Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharyamadhyamam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om. Namaste, all of you. Welcome back to our continuing study of this great text, Vivekachudamani, authored by the great Adi Shankaracharya and taught to us so compassionately by our dear Guru Swami Paramarthananda. For the sake of recapitulating the meaning of this great text, Vivekachudamani, I'd like to recall the three meanings that Swamiji gave out, Swami Paramarthananda gave out for the word Viveka. The word Viveka is a very significant word. The first meaning that Swamiji gave out was the faculty of discrimination that every human being is endowed with because of Ishvara's blessings. The second meaning that Swamiji gave out was Viveka Shakti Vyaparaha. Viveka Shakti Vyaparaha. Meaning putting to use this precious faculty that we human beings are blessed with. In the context, especially in the context of Atma Jnanam. And the third meaning, the vital meaning that Swamiji gave out was Viveka Shakti Vyapara Janita Viveka Jnanam. The knowledge that results out of putting to good use this God given Viveka Shakti. These were the three meanings that Swamiji gave out, and he said, during the study of this great text, we will be using the meaning of Viveka in the meaning of the second and the third interpretations. That is, Viveka Shakti Vyaparaha and Viveka Shakti Vyapara Janita Viveka Jnanam. And then the word Chudamani, as we have seen earlier, Chudamani refers to a crest jewel worn traditionally by our Indian women. Putting the two words Viveka and Chudamani together, it means the crest jewel of discrimination. The crest jewel of discrimination, meaning there should be enormous clarity in our thought process. Why? Because it is this thinking faculty that sets us apart from every other living being. बुद्धिर्हि तेषाम अधिको विशेषः. Man qualifies to be called a man or a human being only because of this special faculty. If this faculty is not there or it is not put to good use, buddhya vihinaha pashubhis samanaha, says that shloka, which we have seen earlier. Ahara nidra bhaya maithunam cha samanyam etat pashubhir naranam buddhirhi tesham adhiko visheshah buddhya vihinaha pashubhis samana. This is what sets us apart from every other created living being. After looking at various aspects like the rareness, first of all, salutations to that Shankaracharya offers to his Guru, Govinda Bhagavat Padacharya, in the first verse. Then, after looking at how rare this human janma is, how it results due to Ishvara Prasada, and the punyam that we have gathered in millions and millions of human janmas, and then how Shankaracharya criticizes, to be taken in the positive sense, how he criticizes a human being who fritters away this precious life. After looking at all that, we landed on the important 12th shloka, which I will read for the sake of continuity and then pick up the thread from where we left. Shloka number 12. Samyak vicharata siddha rajju tatvavadharana भ्रांतोदित महासर्प भय दुख विनाशिनी. सम्यक विचारत सिद्धा. सम्यक विचारः, vichara is itself possible only by an intelligent being. Samyak vichara means totally committed to inquiry. Samyak vicharata siddha rajju tatvavadharana. Here, we are dealing with the classical example, Vedanta, the example that's used in Vedanta, the rope snake example, the rope snake analogy. Samyag vicharata siddha rajju tatvavadharana. Shankaracharya says, in the first line. Commit yourself to serious inquiry, to ascertain the truth, with a view to ascertain the truth of this rope snake. Rajju sap, Rajju sat, Rajju tatvavadharana. Arrive at the truth of this rope snake by knowing the rope as a rope. Then in the second line he says, Brahantodi, Brahantodita Mahasarpa. The Sarpa that was born because of Bhranti, because of delusion, because of brandy, because his intellect is deluded. That Mahasarpa was born because of ignorance, because of delusion. Bhrantodita Mahasarpa Bhaya Dukkha Vinashini. This Vichara will not only drive away that snake, that snake within quotes, but it will also drive away the resulting bhaya and dukkha. It is ignorance that caused the snake to be born, ignorance of the rope, and the resulting fear and the dukkha. The feeling that why on earth was I brought to such a situation? All that is done away with in one sweep, by merely knowing the truth of the snake, of the rope. So, Shankaracharya is asking, what do I need to do to remove this snake from my mind? It's not out there, it's there here. What is the correction factor that needs to be applied to remove this delusion? The wrong understanding has to be corrected. My wrong perception has to be corrected. How do I do that? Can I do that by banging that rope to drive away that snake? Beat that rope to death? No way. Can I chant a Garuda mantra to drive away which snake? Not that snake, that live snake. No, no, no. There's no live snake at all. The snake is here. No amount of chanting the Garuda mantra can drive away wrong understanding, misunderstanding. No way. No snake charmer can drive away this snake. The only way that this snake can be driven away, and the resulting bhaya and dukkha is by samyak vichara, right knowledge that is generated because of Viveka Shakti Vyapara. Proper Viveka Shakti Vyapara generates Viveka Shakti Jnanam, as we saw in the definition of the word Viveka. Would you call me a fanatic if I hold on to this view? Would you call me wrong? Would you call me a lunatic because I'm holding on to this view? I don't care. I'd rather be a fanatic than be a lunatic, says Pujya Swamiji, Pujya Swami Dayananda Saraswati. There's no fanaticism in this. It's sheer practical, intellectually arriving at the conclusion. One has to look at it healthily, the whole process healthily. There's no holding on to my view or your view. There's only one view. There is only that snake, there's only that rope over there. There's no snake, there's no mala, there's no streak of water, there's no crack on the earth. The crack is here. I have to reconcile with it and correct it, apply a correction factor, which is right understanding. That's all. Right and clear understanding is all that's required. All that's required to ascertain the truth of that snake. This is what Shankaracharya is beginning to say, and he will substantiate this over and over again in the rest of this great text, Vivekachudamani. We will continue this discussion, this super discussion, in the upcoming capsules and take our study forward. Hari Om.